The funny thing about it is I am almost always the victim. I'm so not someone who plays tricks on people. I've been the victim so many times of certain people playing stunts. I've been on the road for 20 years being a musician, and I started realizing that whenever I was stuck somewhere, that we would always start doing stuff. And so every time we did something that was funny, that was some crazy routine, a prank or a practical joke or just some kind of way to amuse yourself, I would write it down. And I found the best way to keep track of it was with a pen and ink and a cartoon. And I would just sort of stop whatever I was doing and make a cartoon of it. And after a while, I'd done about 1,000 of them. I figured out what looked really good was just heavy-duty black pen on white paper. I mean, I'm a terrible artist, but I never tried to learn to draw, but I never stopped drawing. And so there's a certain look to it, you know, that's kind of catchy. So I started putting them into zines. I didn't know at the time, but 18 years ago I was part of the zine revolution. A zine is just your own magazine. You make your own magazine at Kinko's, you know, basically. I thought I was the only guy in the world doing this. I started putting them into little 32-page books. So I would sell them, I'd give them away, and I called it the Journal of Stuntology. And I just made up the word. I'd never heard the word before. I said, these are kind of like stunts. I didn't know what to call them because they didn't have a name particularly. It was just things that people did to, you know, amuse themselves. Whenever I gigged in a new city, I would carry, you know, stacks of these Stuntology zines, and I would sell them or give them to people. And every year I would do about 3 or 4 issues. And pretty soon, I mean, I started reprinting the same ones, and I realized there were thousands of these things in circulation. Pretty soon, you know, people would come up, they would see the zine, and they would come up to me and say, hey man, I have something else for your zine. And they would show me the stunt. After about 10 years of doing this, nobody could show me a stunt that I hadn't seen. You know, so it became rarer and rarer that anybody could tell me something, you know, that I hadn't tried or even illustrated. Pretty soon I was getting people writing me from other countries, and I had people writing me from Japan, from the Philippines, from Finland, from Sweden, England, Germany, and pretty soon I had like people all over the place sending me stunts and like wanting to talk about stunts, and you know, and I realized I'd sort of tapped into this kind of folklore. The book is absurd. You know, the pranks are absurd. I love a prank where you are walking along a street, you run into a lamppost, and then you spit out your teeth. You know, because you're spitting out Altoids, they don't look like your teeth. The reason it's funny is they don't look like your teeth. And the reason, and pranks like that that's what makes me laugh, is when something doesn't look real. It's so obviously stupid. Jackass is really funny to me, you know, but that's not my aesthetic. What it's really about is amusing yourself, making, you know, your friends laugh. You know, it's so more gentle. It is like a PG absurdist Jackass. Yeah, that's really what at the heart of Stuntology for me is a creative response to a stifling situation. And so that's why there's always something to practice. There's always something you can do. Sometimes you're bored out of your mind with a group of friends, and so you do something with a group of friends. And you think of in terms of that's a prank, but actually it's not. It's just a way to be fully engaged in the moment. The book it's universal. I know that because I have people come to me, I have kids come to me, middle school, grade school, college students, old guys, everybody likes stunts.